Oh, hello, lads and lasses, and everything in between and all around. Today is Friday, March 17th, 2023. My name is Lenny Hernandez, and welcome, one and all, to another episode of the award-winning Arrow Nicely News. That's right, Arrow Nicely News has won first prize from the Aspect Awards in the category Video or TV Campaign. We were the champions, and it wasn't even close. No, I kid. All the other contestants had very impressive submissions, but Arrow Nicely News, we triumphed. Arrow Senior Living also won several other awards, which you can check out by following this link right here, or here, or here. But you know what? We'll dig into that at another time. For now, we have got a wonderful show in store for you today, including another beautiful art show, this time from Vitalia Stowe. We're checking in on the HERstory campaign celebrating women in Arrow memory care neighborhoods. We're glamming it up and seeing how communities celebrated the Oscars. And finally, we're joining the Madison Senior Living as they marched in a local St. Patrick's Day parade. So sit back, get comfortable, and enjoy the show. Welcome to award-winning Arrow Nicely News. You like us. You really like us. To kick things off, we're heading to Vitalia Stowe in Stow, Ohio, where they held a resident art show where artists from within the community put their beautiful works on display. You can really see the incredible talent and skill cultivated over a lifetime of practice here. Across different mediums and techniques, Arrow residents once again created beautiful works that express profound emotion and personal messages. You know, we are constantly amazed by how much talent is just living quietly among us. And it is always a thrill when communities put those talents on display. So congratulations to all the artists on their gorgeous showings. And we here at Nicely News, we can't wait to see the next one. Well, our next story takes us from Ohio all the way to the western edge of Missouri and Kansas City. There, residents of the Madison Senior Living took place in the Martin City St. Patrick's Day Parade. You can see here how they decked out the community vehicles in rainbows, pots of gold, and plenty of emerald isle green. Then they donned their own green, loaded up the vans, and joined in the joyful parade that Martin City residents, government, and businesses put on. The entire town was thrilled by the parade, and Madison residents had an absolute blast joining in. And in case you didn't know, today, March 17th, is St. Patrick's Day. So be sure to, pop over to your community's Facebook page now or throughout the weekend to just see how they are celebrating. And we here at Nicely News, we hope that you have a safe and exciting St. Patrick's Day as well. Now we'd like to take a moment to focus on HERstory. Right now on Arrow Senior Living social medias, you can go and see posts featuring the amazing stories of the women living in Arrow Senior Living memory care neighborhoods. These are stories of lives well lived, full of joy, laughter, love, incredible accomplishments, and so much more. These stories are being featured as a way to remind everyone that even though Alzheimer's and dementia may take their memories, their stories will not be forgotten. These are beautiful human beings who led lives that are worth remembering and retelling. Among others, you can go there now and read about Carla of Vitalia North Olmsted. Check it out.
Carla was born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and after moving to the Los Angeles area with her two small children in the late 1960s, she got a job at a local police department. As the newest employee and a woman, she was assigned the undesired task of learning how to use the computer equipment the department acquired. She learned well and eventually got a job with NCR, which in the 1970s was a big player in the burgeoning large computer industry. They transferred her to their headquarters in Dayton, Ohio, and then, as part of a promotion, they moved her and her family outside Atlanta. When personal computers began to appear in the early 1980s, she left NCR to join a small PC startup company and worked there until retirement as a computer programmer and data systems analyst. Carla was instrumental in creating and installing the phone-prompted unemployment compensation system for one U.S. state, and wrote facility security programs for 2 nuclear power plants. During the last several years of her career, she was able to telecommute after moving to the Cleveland area to live with her son and daughter-in-law. Carla was very active in the 1980s in civic associations and was the president of the Atlanta chapter of the American Businesswomen's Association for a few years. She always enjoyed bowling and was a league bowler throughout most of her adult life. Carla was a big fan of the NFL and had season tickets to the Atlanta Falcons for 22, mostly losing, years. She is a generous and loving mother who set a fine example for both of her children. And her story will be remembered.
Carla is just one of dozens of women Arrow is featuring as part of our HERstory campaign. It is so important to tell these stories, and these beautiful lives are worth sharing. So go check it out right now on Arrow's Facebook page. Memories may fade, but HERstory will be remembered. And for our final story of the day, let's take a look at the glitz and glamour of Arrow community Oscar parties. Now, none of Arrow's residents participated in a Hollywood blockbuster or indie darling, but residents were certainly the stars of the show within the communities. Awards were handed out at Rock Creek Senior Living and Vitalia Stowe communities, including Best Dancer, Best Smile, Best Giggle, People's Choice, and many, many more. Then over at Vitalia Strongsville, they got dressed to the nines for red carpet photos, and they also had an award show.
This is the time of the year where we celebrate all of you, all your achievements, the greatness that you are, and we hope that you enjoy this ceremony. The first award goes to Vitalia's Early Bird. And this award is for best dressed, for best attitude, it's for most talkative, it's for longest resident. And the award goes to Joanne Ludwig, Miss Donna Klimchek, Dolores Hart.
Everyone had a great time celebrating their fellow residents, and frankly, everyone in our hearts is a superstar, including you. Yes, you. You watching right now, you are a superstar. You're a superstar. Go out there and do superstar things. Go, go, go. Well, everybody, as we wrap up this episode, I'd like to thank Ashley for giving us that lovely reading of Carla's HERstory. I mean, we are just so grateful for your help, Ashley. So thank you. Plus, that story is just such a great one to share. So thank you again. Well, that'll do it for today's episode of award-winning Arrow Nicely News. Okay, look, I promise I won't do that every single time I say the name of the show after today. Just after today. As they say, parting is such sweet sorrow, but don't worry. As always, we'll be back in one short week with more heartwarming stories from around Arrow communities. But until then, for award-winning, last time I swear, Arrow Nicely News, I'm Lenny Hernandez. Have a wonderful weekend, an even better week, and we will see you all next Friday. Oh, quick shout out to Sandy, an IL resident at the Boulevard Senior Living in St. Charles, because I was at the community yesterday walking around and she stopped me and she said, "Hey, you, are you that guy from Arrow Nicely News?" And I said, yes, I am. And it made my day. So shout out, Sandy. Bye, y'all. If you see me out and about in your community, stop me and say hi. Seriously, makes my day.